What is going on, guys? So it looks like we were kind of right. Fletcher Cox is coming back on a one-year deal. I think it's like 15, 16 million fully guaranteed. A little bit of a scare what happened because we didn't realize what was going on. But obviously, if he was really leaving and not coming back, the Eagles would have on Twitter at least did a farewell to Fletcher Cox, and Fletcher Cox probably would have said something to the fans. So I guess we probably guessed that he was coming back at some point. So Fletcher Cox comes back. The Eagles don't have to, the cap hit of $18 million. I mean, they don't have to pay that, and Fletcher Cox gets more bonus money. They save $2.1 million for 22. Save a few, a couple million for 2000. There's not much that they didn't really give away that much. They didn't really save that much. Very small, 2.1. But it got them out of paying the 18, and obviously the dead cap. I think from 22 to 23. I guess it went from 40 to 12, and I don't know if it's different for 2023. I don't know. I've tried reading the whole thing, and it confuses me still. But I know the dead cap. The Eagles are going to be eating a lot of less dead money, which was probably one of the main objectives of this whole thing. So Fletcher Cox on a one-year deal, guys. I mean, $18 million is not worth it, unfortunately. I said during the year, this past year in 21, I said, he should take a pay cut or something, like highest paid defensive player on the defense, and just he's not doing enough. You know what I mean? This looks like the end of Fletcher Cox after this year. Like, if I don't really see, I really see in them, even if he has a good year, I really don't even see them re-signing him unless it's like he has a monster year that's just absolutely insane and he's back to what he was. I mean, he's on the descending end of 30 right now. You don't know how many more years he has left to where he can really play at a high level. Appreciate everything that Fletcher Cox has done his whole career here, and we'll never forget it. But some guys just age that they age don't well. They don't age well. I can't even talk. They don't age well in the NFL, and some guys are descending at certain ages. And I think Fletch. For this year, it's a good year just because, they're adding some pieces. They're going to add more defensive line help, so he'll probably benefit from it, especially with Brandon Graham coming back and who we draft and everything else like that. But this is the end of the road for Fletcher Cox. I think this is it. Like, after this year, I think they're even going into this draft in 2022. I think they're eyeing some defensive tackles. They got Wyatt on a pre-draft visit. They're definitely looking at Jordan Davis. They're going to add to the defensive end group, as much as they already did with Hassan Reddick. They can move around as an edge rusher and play Sam linebacker. They're going to add more pieces, guys. And think about it, because Javon Hargrave's contract is up, a couple years? Like, not far too off either. So Eagles need to really hit on this defensive line in the draft and get the right guys in here. So it's really hard for me to say, like, man, Fletcher Cox probably isn't going to be here after this year. It's hard to say because it's just, you would never think that, but, time passes by. The past couple years haven't been good ones for Fletch, and we could blame Jonathan Gannon. We could blame the scheme, but at the end of the day, he's still playing the position. And he's doing what he normally does. And, he's not getting it done. And not for $18 million, he wasn't going to get it done this year. I don't care what anyone says. You know what I mean? So I've always compared him to players, and, he's just fallen off the past couple years. And I think with some added pieces in a rotation, the Eagles, we keep him, which is a win. And we get out of some dead cap. We don't eat as much money, which is good, and we kind of rescind getting out of paying the $18 million towards the cap, which is kind of crazy, or counting him towards 18 towards the cap. So, it's just the way it is right now. It's just the way it is right now. So, at the end of the day, Fletcher Cox is going to be here for one more year, and I think that's it. I think the Eagles are done. 15, like I said, 15, 16, fully guaranteed, whatever it was. So he gets a nice penny this year, and the Eagles get help their cap. They help themselves get more financially stable for the futures, which is really important. And Howie Roseman found a loophole with this, and you got to give him credit for it, because if there's a will, there's a way, and he'll get it done. So when he got released, we kind of all freaked out. We didn't know if we saved a lot of money or whatnot. I said to myself, I remember when we, read the over the cap news of what it would be if we didn't get him before, you know, the trade or whatnot, if we couldn't trade him. The Eagles wanted a second-round pick. The team that acquires him would have had to pay $18 million towards the cap. And that's, you know, hard to trade. You can't, you know, get, you know, the Eagles could have just traded him, but they didn't want to trade him for nothing. Okay, that's the whole point of this whole thing. The Eagles did not want to trade Fletcher Cox for nothing. Howie Roseman didn't want to trade Fletcher Cox for nothing. So, you know, they asked for a second-round pick. No teams had interest in it. They don't, because they got to give up a second-round pick. And then they have to put 18. They got to pay that team has to pay $18 million, and that's a lot. It's a big number, plus a draft pick. And the Eagles weren't going to get both. Okay, and the Eagles are going to say, you know, if we're going to eat $40 million in cap space, we're going to give away a second-round pick, and no one's interested. It is what it is. So this is what has to happen. 1-year deal for Fletcher Cox. He's coming back. It is what it is. At least he's back for one more year. But Eagles need to look in this draft carefully because, you know, Georgia's pro day. They went, you know, they've been drooling over Jordan Davis. Pre-draft visit for Devontae Wyatt. Plenty of defensive tackles. I mean, you can get one 15, 16 easily. That would be dropping to us. So let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about Fletcher Cox coming back on a 1-year fully guaranteed deal for the money that he is getting. And the end of Fletcher Cox is here. How do you guys feel? And Eagles need to get in this draft and get the work done. So need more bodies on the defensive line, because I don't think Milton Williams is going to be the answer next year, but I think he's going to be a better player going into year 2. But I said to myself, there's no way that when Fletcher Cox got released, I'm like, there's no way they think Milton Williams is going to be like that guy this year. I mean, I liked where he's going in year 2, but I just think it's not the right time yet. So I'm sorry for rambling on. But other than that, let me know in the comments what you guys think. I'll see you guys later. Shake the up, follow slide. Peace out, guys. Peace.